Okay. This was going to be an interesting video because I just got off the phone with an associate of mine, a colleague of mine, an acquaintance of mine who just walked out of the press screening at the world premiere of Captain Marvel. And he called me right away because he had to tell me not a review, but his feelings on it. And not only him, but other people who have since also somewhat corroborated that with me. It's bad. Well, his words. His words. He didn't care for it. Didn't like Brie Larson's acting. Didn't like the villain. Asked me when I see it to find out who the villain is. And that was also a very large consensus of those who saw it. And these were all journalists. These are all pressers. These are all people who do this for a living. These are people who go out there every week and watch a new movie and write about it or talk about it or whatever. And the consensus from a lot of people there was, In fact, what I was told was that there were many that don't even want to review it. Right, that they don't even want to review it. There's some that outright said they're not going to review, but the people that don't want to review it, they don't want to review it because, you know, they're afraid of Disney, like giving it a bad review. They're not afraid of Disney. This is interesting. This is what I heard, and this actually kind of, well, to me personally, I wish it wasn't this way, but this is what I was told. They don't want to deal with the toxicity that comes from reviewing this movie. They don't want to come from they don't want to go into that place. They don't want to deal with those people. You know the type I'm talking about too. There's like 1,800 million videos on Captain Marvel on YouTube, and almost none of them are good. People have been driving up the controversy because of the way some social justice warriors have been acting. And these people aren't necessarily like that. I don't know. The people I talk to aren't, but they understand the culture. They understand what is resting around this movie. They understand the problems. And that was interesting to me because, you know, you don't really ever think much about that, right? You don't think much about what they actually are thinking because we never see it. We never hear it. It's always full steam ahead. It's always the job. The job is what matters. The review, that's what they're paid to do. Never have I heard journalists actually afraid to review a movie because they're afraid of the backlash from a specific group of people. Now, I have a feeling it could go either way. If they come out and they praise the movie, they're going to be called a shill by certain groups out there. If they come out and they attack a movie, they're going to be called a hater by another group that's out there. And they're kind of caught in this weird middle ground where they are the messenger and they're going to basically be shot. So a lot of them out there don't want to even review it, or might be a little bit more favorable to it, or whatever, to be as neutral as humanly possible in order to appease the master, and whatever that master is. I don't even know. I'm not talking Disney. I'm talking like the social aspect of it all, because that's where we find ourselves now with this particular debate. The culture war is something that did ultimately come to Captain Marvel. I'm not letting that influence my decision. I'm still seeing the movie on Thursday night. Again, like I pointed out in my video, for the 5 reasons why I need to see it. It's because I'm a reviewer. It's my job, you know, and damn, if you guys like the opinion or don't like the opinion, that's fine on me. I don't care. But ultimately these people they don't want to get in this fight. And I think a big part of that is because when it comes to actual, like, you know, influence, they don't have a lot of it. They do what they do. They get to go to these events. They get to go to these press events. They get to talk to the stars, eat the free food, enjoy the gift bags. And believe me, Disney tried to bribe a gift bag. I saw what they were giving to people who were going today. It was a tote bag with a Captain Marvel Barbie, a couple Funko Pops, some other little knickknacks here and there. You know, they were really trying to, like, sweeten it up with some merch, and you could tell they were trying to get them more favorable to seeing the movie. It's possible that Disney realizes that they have a bad movie on their hands, that they have a movie that is not good. I asked my associate, you know, what did you think overall? And his response to me was, I will not be watching this again. And this is a dude who actually enjoyed Thor: The Dark World. thinks Ragnarok is a far worse movie. Take that for what you will. I kind of was a little bit shocked when he told me that as well. I was like, because, traditionally, Thor the Dark World is ranked the lowest of all the other previous Marvel movies. So to say that Ragnarok was worse than that, I don't know. That's what I was told, but it was still fascinating conversation to have nonetheless, because it was not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting a phone call with at least, the movie's marketing was terrible. The movie itself was relatively okay. But the reactions of the press that were in this event, not the early screening from a couple weeks ago, but that were in the press screening tonight, coming out and going, tells you everything you need to know about the movie. Hopefully it won't be as bad as it was portrayed to me. And again, it's not so much that the movie was bad, it was just that it was mediocre. Couldn't quite tell who the villain was, because I'm guessing there's a couple of them. Sam Jackson apparently has some pretty out there stuff. The cat wasn't anywhere near as cool as the people were building Goose up to be. And Brie Larson is about as wooden as the action figure that was sent to the press before the review. That's kind of how I took what was said. So, of course, you can believe what I'm saying. You can disbelieve what I'm saying. That's all right. I can only report to you what I was told from someone who I know for a fact was at the screening, just wrapped up about 20 minutes ago before I started recording this. And immediately the first thing they did is call me and report what they saw and then what other people there are seeing. And then I also heard confirmation from another person I know that gave me a little bit more insight. And yeah, this could be potentially Marvel's biggest flop. It will have a strong opening weekend, probably. Reviews go live at 6 a.m. in the morning. But it could be a potential flop because, it's not very good from what I just heard. But the reviews could be totally different, because who knows if the people's initial reactions are going to be the ones that they write down. I don't know. They say they're not afraid of Disney. Let's see how it reflects tomorrow. I'm expecting mid to high score, probably more around the 70% range. Good, passable, a solid entry into the MCU. Nothing to write home about is what I'm predicting. But of course, I will be doing a deeper dive into the Rotten Tomato reviews when they go live tomorrow morning. So you can look for that right here. Anyway, my name is Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Buck Theater. If you guys made it this far, do me a solid and thumbs up the video. Subscribe if you're new, and check back often for more content from me. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. While you're here, feel free to check out that subscribe button. Help with the channel out. Or you can watch any of the newest videos and make sure that you're caught up to date with what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment. So that way, when you're at work tomorrow, you can wow your friends with the information you learned from watching these videos. That's right. I said it. Subscribe.